Our Stitching Kingdom, coming at you on Thursday, April 16th. It's kind of crazy. We're almost halfway through April. A little nuts, but we'll get through this together. It's been a whirlwind, but I'm glad it's April. So we're hoping that April will go by fast so we can get to May, and just hopefully the curve is getting flattened and we get things back to semi-normal. So hopefully. Anyway, welcome back. If you're one of my returning guests, thanks for coming to visit. If you are new, welcome. We have fun here. We talk about cross stitch, a little bit of life, not much life going on because it's kind of all the same. So, I just want a little bit of housekeeping. Jenny, Long Dog Stitcher, you won my 500 subscriber giveaway. I commented on your comment on that that video. I just need you to send me your email, or not your email, to send me your address so I can get that package out to you. If I don't hear from you this week, I will redraw next week because it's been about a month. So, yeah, hopefully I'll hear from you. And if anybody knows Jenny, just give her a buzz and say hey, because I don't think she's on Instagram anymore. I tried to find her, so I knew I followed her on Instagram. Anyway, hopping in, I have a couple of finishes. Last week I was able to finish my stretching portraits by Good Morning Maui, and here it is in all its glory. So excited. And this is on Sea Witch by Under the Sea Fabrics. And I love this guy. I had to go with the lighter, with the called for skin tone actually, on this guy because it was blending in too much with his hair. And with everybody else I went with the darker color just because it worked better with the fabric and it didn't blend in with their hair as much. So, love it. So there's that one. And then I was on a roll. Then I also finished Cauldron Cleaner, and this is by part of the Scary Apothecary series. I will back it with that so you can see a little bit. There we go. And that's by Hands On Design. So super fun. And I started the last one in this series, which is called Coffin Paint. So I will get that series complete hopefully this week or next week or something. So I just have to put that on my to finish pile because I just have to sew it. I even backstitched around it so I could put it together for the drum. It's in a really light purple that actually blends in, so there's that. And then, so last week we had, because this was with Magical Stitches, we had to work on our whip number 2 and whip number 1. Whip number 2 was my stretching portraits. Whip number 1 is my Alice Sal from Satsuma Street, and I'll get to that in a second. And then we also had Diamond Week with Cheryl's group, which is a closed group, the Cross Stitch Daily 30. It is closed group. Don't message Cheryl. Don't ask to join. Oh, she's not opening it yet. So she will let you know. But I was able to finish Cauldron Cleaner on that because it called for some orange floss. It called for metallics, which it has. It also called for my piece that was 75% complete. And so I was able to finish that, which was really exciting. And then also something with a candle or a flame. And there's flames on that for the cauldrons. And then finished that on Sunday. Stretching portraits actually finished on Friday last week. And then we also got our new homework for Magical Stitches. And it's something that we were coerced into doing, was one of them. Something that takes discipline, something based on a book, something that makes you crazy in love, or you're crazy to stitch it, and something that's your siren's call. And so I was able to fit in my Once Upon a Fairy Tale by Haid, my Heaven and Earth Designs. It's a Amy Stewart bookshelf. That's what it will look like. This is like my biggest project. So it is 30 high or 30 wide by 20 inches, 30 inches high by 20 3/8 inches wide. So she's big. And I was able to get at least 500 or almost 600 stitches, almost 1,000 stitches in it, I think, possibly. I was able to, let's see here, got some hanging threads here. So I've been using Pattern Keeper and been using a combination of cross country and of parking threads. But I was able, so right here, this is the partial page that finishes up page 1, but this is the full page that finishes up page 1, and then this is the bottom of page 1. So I only have this much left to do, and I got my Lowry as an anniversary present for my amazing husband, and that has made working on this so much easier. I really feel bad because Vicky from Reading and Stitching, she's like, "You were my last holdout." I said, "I'm sorry," but it was a good deal, and it's purple. It's in the front room, so I can't really bring it in, and it's hiding between my couch and my what do you call it? Little desk, so I can't really, it's not easily accessible for a picture, but I am so excited. I love the lamp, I love this tree, and then you can see the start of one of the books, some of the books right here, and then there's a eagle or an owl that's going to be in this area, so super excited to be working on that. I love the different colors and everything, so, and that is Heaven and Earth Designs by Amy Stewart. So, and that's the Once Upon a Time, or Once Upon a Fairy Tale, not Once Upon a Time, Once Upon a Fairy Tale. I always say it wrong. So, and then I started Coffin Paint, which is also by Hands On Design. It is the last in the Scary Apothecary series. And I started on the metallics up here because I needed to finish up some metallics. And I figured, why not? And then, so that's where I am right now. I still need to work on the second prompt that I'm going to work on for this. And that's something with an M. And if you write, there's an after lifetime, there's an M in lifetime warranty. So, happy to start on this and hopefully get this done within the next little bit. So tuck that in here so I don't forget about it. I've been keeping all of these together so that I don't lose them. But it's going to be really fun to actually start to finish those, and hopefully if we have the fair this year, I'm going to enter it into our county fair. Let's see. I think, oh, and I also worked on, this is Alice Stitch Along by Satsuma Street. And so I just have this this bottom part to finish, and this square will be done. We also have the caterpillar square, and they just released the Cheshire Cat square. So that's what this looks like. It's available on her Etsy. I will link it below. And this will actually come into my Mania Plans. So I think I finally figured out what I want to do there. So for the rest of this week, I need to finish my prompt for my 500 stitches on Choose My Whip, because Alice was chosen. It was either my Eagle or my Alice. So I'm good with Alice being chosen. And then my other one I'm going to work on for Alphabet Soup is Ink Circles Castle Walls. And my mom got this for me for Christmas, I think, or my birthday, a couple years ago. It's on feldspar. Okay, it gets folded in half. I was like, I really hope I started it on the right. And it doesn't really have tons of progress. Oops, come on now. Just that upper. And this is done in the Called For Glorianas. It's slate blue and India ink. So let me show you. So it's going to be really pretty. Love those colors. So, and it's on, I want to say, this is 36 count. One strand over 2. So I'm going to hopefully get a little bit of work done on this guy. But it's really fun. This is my first ink circle. Well, first big ink circles. I also have Needles Dance, but I haven't started that one yet. But I like the little gargoyles in there. There's just lots of fun. I'm not going to take this part out of the package, but sorry about the glare. So, but yeah, that one's lots of fun. I love the colors. So I'm going to try to get probably about 300 stitches done in that. I don't know. Just a few. so show some progress. The nice thing about the semi-sane alphabet soup is that they just want to see progress. You don't necessarily need to count it. So that's really nice. I think that is it for what I've worked on. So I'm going to do my haul really quick, and then we'll go into plans. So McKenna 1884 Stitchery, she's having, she on her website, she has a charity tab, and she was selling Belsois silks for $4.75 a skein, which is a super duper deal. So when I was at Stitch West, Laura Busby, Stitch Maniac, she was working on Rose Quaker by, I'll link it below, but it's a nice Dutch name, and I can't pronounce it, but it's called Rose Quaker. And then the Attic did a conversion that's all in silks, and they're all in Belsois silks. And so she was, they told her that she could give the pattern or the conversion to people, but they just have to ask her for it or the Attic. So, but we've got creme de menthe, and I'm only missing 2. And my mom actually did a 1, 2, 3 stitch order and asked if I needed anything, and I said yes please, I need this and this. So I'll do this. I'll show it better. Okay, so I got, oh, man down. Sorry about the extreme close up there, but we got creme de menthe, and this one is Herb Garden. And this one is Petunia. And I think I'm gonna do this on Properly Primitive by Under the Sea Fabrics. This is Sister Scarlet. Hoping I have enough of that one, but if I don't, it's not gonna be a big deal. Cinnamon Stick, really like that color. Fern Front. Rose of Sharon. And this is Orchid. Enchanted Forest. And I'm sharing the colors, but I'm not sharing like where they are or anything like that, because the post is picture's completely different. This is Lara Lilac, which I love that purple. It's so pretty. And then Rosebud. And Malted Milk. And this is the Belsois Classic Firework Silk. I'm just missing, oops, 2 of them. Whoa, now we've got super bright. Whoops. Let's do, why aren't we turning off here? There. So, excited to get that started when my other 2 come in. So, and then plans, and then I've got a packet coming from Vicky Stitch and Button. I've got an order from 1, 2, 3 Stitch coming, an order from Bush Mountain Stitchery, which I'm really excited to get that one. I know that where they're located, they are like shut down, and so Mayanne and Gary both have health problems, and so they have to work one at a time, and you know, totally respect that, totally get that. And I mean, it's stitching. It's not that I don't have stuff I can't work on. So it's just, sometimes you're just like, oh, I want my new stuff, but nope, I'm good. So, all right. And Stitch Mania is coming up, and Sammy from Sammy J Stitches, happy FlossTube anniversary, by the way, Sammy. 4 years she's been doing this, so super awesome. You should go check her out. I'll link her below. But so some people they'll do 20, some people are doing 20 starts for year 2020, some people are doing 31 starts for the 31 days of May, some people are doing the amount of their birthday. There's a group, Stitch Mania, and that's run by Garrett Coffee Stitcher and Katie the Stash Queen. Both excellent people, you should check them out, love them. And so, and it's, Mania is basically you get out of your comfort zone. So if you're a 1 project type of person, maybe work on 2 or maybe work on 3. And if you have a lot of projects, maybe just work on the 1 or maybe do series. There are some people that do what's called the Blimey Cat method by Brittany at Ingleside Imaginarium, and they work on the project the day they started it in May. So if you started something on May 1st, you work on that on May 1st, every Mania until that's finished, and then something can take its place. So it just depends on what you want to do. So what I'm thinking of doing for my Mania, since I have a couple of stitch alongs, I have one that they released the first part today or yesterday, so I'm super excited. But I'm thinking, because I have like 3 or 4 stitch alongs that I'm doing this year that I kind of want to stay caught up on, I'm going to do a SAL Maynia. So the first week I'm going to work on one, just exclusive, 30 minutes a day, whatever. But that first week I'm going to be working on that one project, or that one SAL. The next week it'll be a different one. The next week it'll be a different one. So hopefully I can get either caught up with the month or caught up with where I am. So that's what I'm hoping to do. So with that, my Mania plans, I'm going to be starting with my Satsuma Street Alice. And so I've almost got this done, so I might be able to get these 2 blocks done, and I don't have all of the border done. So my goal is to finish at least these 2 blocks, maybe this one, if not. And then my second one is the Linen and Threads 2020 SAL. And it's a Quaker. I don't think I printed April's, but April has this really cool vase looking thing. Oh, I did. So that's April's. It's big. I'm not done with March's quite yet. Let me show you where I am. And this is a free stitch along on the Linens and Threads site. Yeah, I'm not even done with the big motif in March. So I've still got all that to do in another flower. So hopefully I can get caught up with at least March and maybe move to April. Don't think I'll get to May, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe I won't do homework that month, or who knows? Maybe they'll be lax. Those people that give homework. People that give homework out there, if you're listening, if you create homework, maybe have like a stitch what you want for Mania, maybe, please. That might be cool. Trying to throw that out there to my peeps. And then the other one I got is the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and it's their Chinese Zodiac. And this one is so cute. So they have some that are their cubes that are a little more realistic. I mean, their pigs have a top hat. They're still dressed in clothes, but they're not as colorful. So this little rat is so cute. I need to get the needle minder, because the needle minder is, well, I don't show it, but it's him, and he's got a little Chinese lantern, and I just have to order it and see if it's back in stock. But this little tiger, oh my gosh. And if you go on to Frosted Pumpkin, the dragon is right here, and the first rendition of the dragon was kind of a more chibi Western dragon, and somebody was like, no, that's not really a Chinese dragon. So he's changed to look more like a luck dragon. So I'm super excited about that. But this will be on, I haven't started it yet, but it will be on Picture This Plus sand. And I chose to do a 36 count because there's not any beads or anything like that. And then this is my color palette. I'm missing 2. I have to run to my mom's house and get it. But they're using Etoile, the 814, and they're also using the Gold Petite Treasure Braid. I cannot talk today. But there's the Etoile. I love Etoile. It's so sparkly, and it's pretty easy to work with. Just use shorter strands. And there's a dog barking outside. And then my last one that I'm going to work on is the Verbena SAL, Verbena cross stitch, because I need to get some more done on that. And it's a really fun pattern, but I may have burnt myself out on Quakers this year. But I love them so much. But that's okay. And let me get my cover photo out. And it's called Flower Quaker. So it's just super pretty. And I'll link that group below, but this is where I've gotten on it. So I've got that top motif finished, top 2 motifs. So I think if I work on those a little bit of it at a time, it'll get some progress on it. So super excited about that one, and I'm just gonna stick you in right here. This is in my same bag as my moral compass by Michelle Bendy, so they're kind of sharing a bag, and that's okay. But it's the, my mom for my birthday got me the Evertote Alice in Wonderland set, so love it. But that's all I have for now. I'm also super excited about the new Mira that was released, and so ordered her from Leslie at Under the Sea Fabrics. That and the bead pack, she uses all of the 35 colors in her dress, and she's just poofy. It looks like she's riding a magic carpet. I'm excited. I'm really in love. So, and if you haven't heard the news, StitchCon did get canceled, so they are going to be doing 2 next year for 2021. That's going to be hard to say. Unfortunately, I won't be able to go next year, so I had to cancel my reservation. Really bummed because Victoria, or Vicky Gable, Stitch and Button, we were going to be roommates, and it was just like, oh. So super bummed about that. And it's just, but I get why they're doing it, and I get, you know, what's going on in the world, and we can't be too careful, can't be too cautious, and you got to go with your gut. So it'll be fun for you guys next year, and I was looking forward to meeting like Heather in person and Kat in person and just a whole bunch of people. Erin Two Martini Stitcher was gonna go, and Christine Slaughter was gonna go. So, but another time, another place, another time. I'm so super excited to see them when I get to see them. So if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Jenny, get a hold of me. I don't want to redraw. If you know Jenny, Long Dog Stitcher, reach out to her and say, hey, go email Sarah or message her, because my email's in the drop down box below. Or I'm trying to think of what else. But yeah, I hope you guys had a wonderful Easter. I hope you had a great and safe rest of your week. It's April. We can make it through this, guys. Remember, wash your hands, flatten that curve, do what we can do to just get out of this safely. So we don't want to do it too crazy, but we also want to get our lives semi back to normal. And just remember where your sources are coming from. Look at your sources. Don't be fear-mongering. Don't be any of that crazy stuff. So love you guys so much. We will see you next week. Bye.